Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Team Lajes 2024 Senior Non-Commissioned Officer Induction Ceremony. I am Technical Sergeant Andrew Winston.
And I am Staff Sergeant Mariana Cruz Iglesias. It is our pleasure to serve as your Masters of Ceremony this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the official party, the singing of the National Anthem by Miss Antoinette Singleton, and the invocation by Chaplain Amy Barty.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let us pray. Lord, we come here today with hearts filled with celebration and thanksgiving, because you, Lord, bestow many blessings upon us, and tonight we have the opportunity to celebrate one of them as we recognize the inductions of these individuals into the Senior NCO Corps. We thank you for this opportunity to recognize together this milestone in their careers, Lord, and for this opportunity to recognize and to celebrate all the years of hard work and dedication that have made this day possible. We thank you for this day, Lord, and we thank you for all those who have walked beside them to make it possible, from family and friends to co-workers and mentors. And Lord, on this night of celebration and thanksgiving, we also pray for your blessings upon these inductees, that you would bless them, their families, and their careers, and that as they take on new roles and new responsibilities, that you would guide and direct them. Guide and direct them to lead with grit, determination, wisdom, and strength. And may they use the unique gifts and talents which you have given them to lead in such a way that they inspire and encourage all of those who look to them. We also ask, Lord, that you would bless this event and those who have worked so hard to put it together, that it may truly be an event which blesses not only the inductees, but all who attend here tonight as well. Bless the meal and all those whose hands have prepared it. Lord, all these things and more, we pray in your most holy name. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Thank you, Ms. Singleton, for that lovely rendition of the National Anthem, and thank you, Chaplain Barty, for your uplifting invocation.
At this time, we would like to introduce our distinguished guests. Please hold your applause until all guests have been announced.
The host for tonight's ceremony, Commander 65th Air Base Group, Colonel Karina R. Harrison.
Our guest speaker, the Senior Enlisted Leader, 65th Air Base Group, Chief Master Sergeant Derek L. Sherrod. We would also like to recognize all commanders the First Sergeant, supervisors, mentors, and co-workers who are supporting our inductees. Thank you for attending this special event and showing your support for our newest senior non-commissioned officers.
We would like to honor those often unsung heroes among us. Those whose support cannot be fully measured. Your sacrifice is unique only to those familiar with the military life. Without your support, these inductees could not have made it to this point in their career. We would like to also thank all spouses, significant others, and family members in attendance. Please stand to be recognized.
Finally, we would like to recognize our brothers and sisters who are deployed to various countries across the globe and those attending virtually. Although they are not here physically, they are with us in spirit.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now take a moment to reflect on something that is important to us all. Please charge your glasses with water. As you enter the dining area, you may have noticed a table in the right-hand corner, set apart to call your attention to its purpose. It is reserved to honor our missing comrades in arms.
Set for 1. The empty place represents our men and women still missing from each of the military services.
Now we ask that you all stand. We would like to propose a toast out of the respect for our former prisoners of war and those still missing in action. We should never forget the brave men and women who answered our nation's call and served the cause of freedom around the world.
To our past and present missing comrades in arms.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
We sincerely hope that you enjoyed tonight's specially prepared meal and the company of those gathered around you. Ladies and gentlemen, dinner is served. Non-commissioned officers into their new role in a continued service to the profession of arms, it is with great honor that we introduce to you our guest speaker for this evening. He provides strategic counsel to the installation commander on leadership, readiness, training, morale, and welfare for 1,200 personnel supporting airlift, fighter, aircraft, mission-critical logistics, and maintenance activities. He oversees base operations for joint forces at Morone Air Base and Lajes Field, while managing the largest airfields in USAFE, Africa. He is a distinguished scholar with a career spanning in security forces, cyber, intelligence, and space. He has served at every strategic echelon to include deployments in support of operations for Iraqi freedom and inherent resolve. Additionally, he has served as a first sergeant for a squadron, group, numbered air force, and major command levels. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chief Master Sergeant Derek L. Sherrod.
Oh yeah, I got a microphone. I don't have to sit behind the podium. They already had me playing out. I go from wall to wall, right? You're like, good. How y'all doing? Hey, how was the food? Good. I didn't even finish because I had oxtails at lunch, so I'm kind of full from that. But hey, welcome again. First and foremost, Colonel Harrison, my wingman. Y'all give a round of applause for my boss. First Sergeant, Top. Round of applause for Top. My inductees, stand up really quick. Inductees, stand up. This is your day. I want everybody to give a round of applause for the reason why we are here and the reason why we celebrate. And Miss Stina. Please. One more time, y'all. All right, have a seat. So I do things a little bit different. I'm a storyteller, I'm not a liar. So I like to tell stories, and I like to get to the point, and the reason why we're here, because the biggest thing is the importance of this significant achievement, this significant event. Our senior non-commissioned officer, the top of the rock, the top of the spear, our strategic senior leaders. That's a huge accomplishment. What comes with it, right? It comes with a great deal of responsibility. You're not just sitting at the table. You're not just getting at the work now. You're not just turning wrenches. Now you're at the table. Now you got to advise. You got to advise your squadron commanders. Your mindset of working down, getting the job done, turns to coaching down. Serving down turns to coaching down. And when you're at that table, you're serving up. You're serving up to your commanders, right? Your commanders have these requirements. Your commander provides the strategic guidance and vision for you to do. Your job is to advise. And when the appropriate decision from that commander comes down, you have to coach your young airmen through those decision-making processes, and which is really important. So your education, your journey, your learning don't stop when you put the rock on. It don't even stop when you make chief, because you will make chief. But we got to get you ready. We got to get you ready. There's some things I want you to be mindful of. So I'm going to start off with this story that I heard today. I heard it as I was on the treadmill early this morning. I listened to it about 20 times on the elliptical to make sure I had it right. So if I mess it up, just go look at it on YouTube. I'll get it to you after this. But it's a story about a young boy from Colorado, right? He wanted to see an eagle. He wanted to go eagle watching. So the night before, he got in the bed, he ironed his little clothes, he put his stuff by his bed, he got his lunch box, he made his little lunch, he got in the bed, got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, got on his little huffy bike, started riding up top of the mountains and started to set up the watch looking for an eagle. He got his binoculars and everything. He ready. So he was just sitting there watching, and he seen something fly, like, oh, an eagle. I said, no, that was a hawk. Okay, got it. So that wasn't what I was looking for. And he waited a little while longer, and he saw another bird. He said, oh, no, that's a little sparrow. That wasn't it. And finally, he saw an eagle. And if you know anything about eagles, they span, from wingtip to wingtip, they go about 9 feet long when they extend their wings. And when they fly, right, they fly in the wind. They use the storms to fly even further up in the air. They see up to 3 miles long. Excellent vision. Excellent vision. And when they're in the air and they see another bird, it's another eagle. So when an eagle flies, they only see other eagles in the air. So you won't see an eagle hanging out with a chicken. Won't see an eagle hanging out with a duck. It just don't go together. Eagles hang out with eagles. And when they face it during a storm, hurricanes, tornadoes, whatnot, they embrace it. They fly stronger. They fly to the wind and they fly up. So this young man was looking at the eagle, and he was in awe, and the eagle was doing his thing, and all of a sudden the eagle saw something, and he darted down really quick. And when he darted down, he shot up. And when he shot up, it was all majestic. Like, it was like, wow, this eagle's doing his thing. And it's just going up into the wind, just up into the wind. And all of a sudden, the eagle stopped. He stopped, and he started to fall. He started to flail. His wing was everywhere. And all of a sudden, he just hit the ground. And the young boy was mesmerized. So he went to look and see where the eagle was. And about 2 miles later, he found it, and he walked up to the eagle, and he turned it over, and he said, oh, wow. What had happened was the eagle has seen a weasel, and he picked that weasel up. And as he started to extend up with that weasel turned inside the soft part of that eagle's belly and started clawing at it and clawed his heart out. And you ask me why, Chief Sherrod, you give me something so gruesome to think about and so sad, because the chaplain looking at me like you should be saved. The point I'm trying to get to you, new senior NCOs, is now that you're in an upper echelon, You have to remember, what you hold on to can be deadly for you. What you hold on to can kill you. The wrong thing can kill you. We require now of a mindset shift. That mindset shift now, you are at a strategic and operational level. Your mindset should think strategic and operational. The buddies you used to hang out with, hey, you probably be their boss. You have a responsibility to the chevrons. You have a responsibility to your oath. You have a responsibility to your fellow NCOs, your fellow Eagles in the air. Because now you're part of a fraternity. You're part of our fraternity. Senior chiefs and master sergeants. We're in the business of getting after standards. We're in the business of getting out the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force standards, executed by the Chief of Staff of the Air Force. We're in the business, we're to keep other standards. And we talked about this earlier today. As CNCOs, we're to keep other standards. We provide standards to our enlisted people so our bosses can focus on the strategic things. We make sure readiness, effective readiness of our enlisted personnel. We make sure they have the manning and manpowers and the tools needed for them to do the job. We're the ear that they listen to. We're their development. We provide that advisement to our commanders. And in turn, the commanders can look and be like, hey, do I have a ready enlisted force? You can look at your boss and say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. My people are ready to go. That's your responsibility. And as you celebrate this today, just be mindful of those things. Just be mindful of some of the things some of the habits that we have and some of the habits you see today that people hold on to. We give them the prestige, we give them the honor, but some of the habits that they hold on to, sooner or later it's going to catch up to them, and sooner or later it's going to eat them in for the inside. And sooner or later when that happens, it has a detrimental effect on our enlisted corps. So we need y'all. We need y'all. We want y'all, and we know you're ready. You're battle tested, you're very experienced, and you deserve your ranking. And we're happy to have you. Thank y'all for being part of our family. And y'all have a great night. Whoop. Whoop.
Thank you, Chief Sherrod, for your words of inspiration and encouragement. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here tonight to celebrate our tradition of honor and legacy of valor.
What do we mean when we say a tradition of honor and a legacy of valor?
You, inductees, follow the footsteps and stand on the shoulders of giants. Senior non-commissioned officers, past and present, paved the way through the accomplishment of valorous actions in the face of insurmountable odds, while maintaining the integrity and honor that has set them apart from others.
You are tasked with the sobering challenge of continuing the tradition and legacy of excellence that comes with receiving the next stripe. You are a part of a proud heritage of servant leaders, and you are expected to uphold the traditions of the greatest Air Force the world has ever known.
As a servant leader, it is your job to motivate, mentor, educate, and develop future leaders, as you owe it to them to provide the same foundation your predecessors passed on to you.
Tonight, we celebrate your crossing into the top tier of responsibility, the senior non-commissioned officer tier.
We are pleased to welcome our newest members of the Senior Non-Commissioned Officer Corps. All of our inductees are identified by the medallions worn around their necks. Let's give them a round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we celebrate the crossing of 4 non-commissioned officers into the Senior Non-Commissioned Officer Corps. This ceremony is a proud part of our profession of arms. Enlisted leaders challenge, train, mentor, and guide the future of our great Air Force and our airmen. Our inductees will soon cross a major milestone in their careers and will have much expected of them.
Sabre team, post.
Forward. Ha! Flight. Ha! Light. Haste.
Colonel Harrison and Chief Sherrod, please join us on stage as we introduce our newest Master Sergeants and Selects.
Ladies and gentlemen, our 2024 Senior Non-Commissioned Officer inductees are
From the 765th Air Base Squadron, Technical Sergeant Barry Bartlett.
From the 765th Air Base Squadron, Technical Sergeant Anthony Contreras.
Logistics Readiness Squadron, Master Sergeant Jordan Hoyt.
From the 65th Air Base Squadron, Technical Sergeant Felipe Madriaga and his spouse, Stina. Thank you, Colonel Harrison and Chief Sherrod.
Thank you to our Sabre team. Your presence this evening is greatly appreciated. Inductees, we welcome you into the ranks of the Senior Non-Commissioned Officer Corps. How about a round of applause for our newest Master Sergeants? Ladies and gentlemen, induction into the Senior Non-Commissioned Officer Corps is a huge milestone in an enlisted member's career. What sets this ceremony apart from the actual promotion is the significant change in status that comes with accepting higher levels of responsibility.
Senior Master Sergeant Shepard, will you please join us on stage to administer the Senior Non-Commissioned Officer Charge to our newest inductees?
senior NCO and inductees please stand at this time? Senior non-commissioned officers bear a profound responsibility of guiding our Air Force towards a brighter future while preserving the rich legacy of our past. The senior non-commissioned officer ranks of Master Sergeant, Senior Master Sergeant, and Chief Master Sergeant mark the pinnacle of leadership in our enlisted corps. As a senior non-commissioned officer, you are entrusted with the highest levels of leadership, responsibility, and expertise. In addition to fulfilling the responsibilities of junior enlisted airmen and non-commissioned officers, you are charged with the following duties. You are charged with the integration, the talent, skill, and abilities of your subordinates with other teams to accomplish our mission with excellence while maintaining flexibility and execution. Be the bridge that connects our force, ensuring unity and purpose in action. You are charged with effectively communicating across the chain of command, translating orders into actionable tasks, and advocating for your young airmen and their families. You are charged with development of self, others, ideas, and organizations. Capitalize on joint interagency, interorganizational, and multinational development opportunities, building partnership capacity in defense of our nation. You are charged with demonstrating the principles of self-discipline and independent action through continued education, training, and career broadening. In all facets, showcase a willingness to do what the mission demands. You are charged with fulfilling a unique, critical role in officer development at squadron, group, wing, and higher headquarter levels. Utilize your extensive experience and expertise in supporting and advising officers to successfully lead airmen of all ranks and backgrounds. You are charged with honoring our heritage while also serving as a leader for the next generation. Embrace our core values while modeling a comprehensive knowledge of Air Force foundational competencies. You are charged with cultivating a professional climate and culture within your teams, enforcing high standards and combined focus on mission execution. Clarify leadership orders, expectations, and swiftly correct behaviors that detract from good order and discipline. Your role as a senior non-commissioned officer is pivotal in shaping the future of our force. In accepting these responsibilities, you pledge your dedication to the United States Air Force and its enduring mission for our nation to fly, fight, and win. Air power, anytime, anywhere. Do you accept this charge?
We do.
Thank you, Senior Master Sergeant Shepard.
Colonel Harrison, the floor is yours.
I'm a little shorter. Gonna pull this mic down. Can y'all hear me? Awesome, awesome. Hold on. I got to get my speech because y'all don't want me up here all night and giving another speech. You know, that was Chief's job. I don't want to do that. All right, so here we go. Well, first I want to say, what an amazing event, right? As I understand it, we surpassed our the goal, I guess I should say. Last year there were, I think, about 26 people here, and tonight we have over 30. So great job, everybody, for coming out to support our newest senior NCOs. So first, I want to take this opportunity. You know, a lot of work goes into making sure these events happen. And so I want to take the opportunity to thank everybody that had a part of it. And so I'm probably going to call off a few people's names. I'm probably going to miss some people, but that's okay. First, I want to say thank you to the top three president, Master Sergeant Hills. Oh, there you go. She's back there. Master Sergeant Mitchell and Master Sergeant Champion, thank you guys for leading the way also. And I want to say thank you to the Torque because, you know, This is where we come every time we come and do an event, and they're always a phenomenal staff. So give the Torque a round of applause. I also want to thank Chaplain, Miss Singleton. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the prayer, Chaplain. Thank you, Miss Singleton, for the rendition of the national anthem. It was beautiful, and the prayer was amazing as always. Thank you both so much. And to our MCs, our wonderful MCs up here, Tech Sergeant Winston and Staff Sergeant, okay, I'm gonna get this right, Iglesia Cruz, did I say it? Cruz Iglesias. I'm a little dyslexic, y'all excuse me. And also, Staff Sergeant Owens, thank you for proffering. For everybody else that I did name and the ones that I did name, please stand up and everybody give them a round of applause for ensuring that tonight went well. I don't see anybody standing up. I don't see. Chaplain, why didn't you stand up? All right. So, as all of you know, the Senior NCO Corps is the backbone of our military, and we are elated to welcome all of you into the ranks. You have worked hard to get to where you are, but I want to acknowledge a special set of people that I'm sure helped you get here. Now, I don't know if this is being played and there are some family members looking on virtually, but if they are, I want to say thank you to them for being here. For being out there virtually, and thank you, family member, that is the only one that is here. But I know our families play a part in making sure that we are successful. So I want to give a round of applause to the families that have helped pave the way for our senior NCOs to be where they are today. Now, to my senior NCOs, you are now entrusted with greater responsibilities and authorities. We expect you to lead by example, provide guidance and mentorship, and ensure your units are well-trained and mission-ready at all times. Your actions will set the tone for the entire unit. Always strive to maintain the highest standards of professionalism, integrity, and excellence. Congratulations and best wishes for continued success in your careers. We know that you will continue to make us proud and uphold the Air Force core values of excellence in all we do, selflessness, and integrity. And before I close, I also want to say thank you, Chief, for giving us those words of wisdom to ensure that our senior NCOs are stepping into their new role, powerful, ecstatic, grateful, and ready and willing to lead our airmen and our NCOs into the future. In closing, I also want to thank the airmen, the supervisors, and the commanders who have supported these outstanding leaders throughout their careers. Your guidance and mentorship and encouragement have helped shape them into the senior NCOs they are today. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Have a great evening.
Tonight's event would not have been successful without the support of our volunteers. Additionally, we would like to take this time to publicly thank the Senior Non-Commissioned Officers Induction Ceremony Committee for their hard work and dedication they put into planning this event.
We would also like to thank the Top of the Rock Commons and its staff for their amazing service throughout this event. Finally, thank you, Lajes Field Top 3 Association, for your contributions. This event would not be possible without your support. To everyone in the audience and those joining us remotely, thank you for celebrating the accomplishments of our newest Master Sergeants. Inductees, please join us on the stage for a photo with the official party upon conclusion of the ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and join us for the singing of the Air Force song.
concludes tonight's ceremony. Please make sure to get home safely and remember to take advantage of the taxi services provided on the back of your brochure. Have a great night.